My name is Ryota Warner, and this is my story how I obtained the Platinum Trophy for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Hello YouTube and welcome back to a new episode of Virtual Platinum Pursuit. And yes, your eyes are not deceiving you. This time we are going to do Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I mean, the game is rated an 8 out of 10 difficulty with an estimated time of 200 hours. Like, how bad could that actually be? I guess there is only one way to find out. So you better buckle up for this one, because this is going to take a while. Grab some popcorn and enjoy this journey with me. And just to add more context to the difficulty, most of the Soulsborne games are rated 7 out of 10. So it's not enough that this game is big, it's also pretty demanding. 54 bronze, 5 silver, 1 gold and 1 platinum trophy. That's overall 61 trophies that you need to get. Well, 60 if you don't count the platinum. Yes, there is a lot we need to do. But you know, let's not waste any more time. Let's just get started. Rebirth continues the story of Final Fantasy VII Remake. It starts with a flashback that takes place during the Nibelheim incident. If you're wondering what that is, well, Sephiroth kinda burned down Cloud's home village because he has mommy issues. And yeah, before you get your pitchforks, I love this psychopathic genocidal maniac too. So don't get the wrong idea. I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan too. During this flashback I was able to get the first trophy, which you get for staggering an enemy. The game rewards you early on with trophies rather quickly, so it's really not giving you the impression that it's going to be hard to unlock the platinum. See what I mean? Just like that, you get a trophy for winning your first battle. But don't get the wrong idea, not all of these trophies are going to be this easy. I'm not going to go into the story too much. For beating each of its chapters, you're getting a trophy. So I'm going to pop all of these trophies right now, because you're going to get these anyway. If you're wondering, I started this journey on the May 3rd this year. And if you want to find out how long it took me to platinum it, you'll just have to stick around till the end of the video. As I said, I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan, but I also enjoy open world RPG games, JRPG games in general. So a game like this that has a bunch of minigames, a huge open world to explore, is pretty much a dream game made for me. After I explored the first village that is called Calm, I was able to level up in Queen's Blood. For that I got another trophy. Queen's Blood is an easy minigame to master, and you should challenge as many opponents early on as you can, since it's going to be easier to deal with another trophy later on in the game if you approach the game this way.
How did someone break through my perfect defense? Who are you?
To make a long story short, you will have to eventually beat all of the Queen's Blood players in this game.
But even the sturdiest ones eventually crumble.
There are a bunch of trophies that you can get for engaging with the game mechanics. This one I got for exploiting one of the enemy's weaknesses. It's pretty simple.
Go on!
I don't really think it's worth it to explore these areas too much. There are some areas where you can find some treasure chests and they hold some items or some accessories. I didn't really bother to explore all of them, but after I got all the chests in the first area, I got a trophy for it. As I said, these early trophies are pretty simple, so you should be able to unlock them even without a guide. I have some good news for you. In this game you won't have any trouble finding all the weapons. And each of the weapons has their own unique ability. By using that ability for each weapon, you can unlock it and equip it to the character that you want to use. After I unlocked my first ability, I also got a trophy for it. You will need to unlock all the weapon abilities for another trophy later on, so as you get all the new weapons, keep using their new abilities over and over again, so you can unlock all of them. There are a bunch of different abilities that you can do with your teammates while you are guarding. I didn't really use these as much as I should have. I'm sure there are some broken ones, but after I used the first one, I unlocked a trophy for it.
That went well.
In Final Fantasy Rebirth, every character can use 3 limit breaks. This time you won't be able to equip them, but you'll be able to use them as the battle progresses, at least for the most part. There is an accessory that gives you the ability to use level 3 or 2 limit breaks right away, but that's pretty much locked behind the endgame. After you use your first limit break, you get a trophy. The limit gauge fills up slowly as you take damage and do damage, so just play the game.
Not bad.
I have more good news. Well, technically. You don't have to level up every type of materia to the max in this game. You kinda will have to if you want to stand any chance in the endgame. So make sure to equip as many different types of materia early on, so you can level them up as you progress in the story. Another thing you should do is to buy all the accessories, even if they are not useful right away. You will be able to synthesize very strong accessories at the end game. And to unlock the strongest accessory that you can synthesize, you will have to synthesize everything anyway. So make sure to buy every accessory, every type, even if it doesn't do anything. Oh yeah, my bad. I almost forgot. You do get a trophy for leveling up a materia. At any point that the summoning gauge fills up, you're able to perform a summon. Once you do that, you get a trophy. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth's open world is cluttered with all kinds of monsters, collectibles and other kind of activities that you can do. So unlike in some open world games, Rebirth side activities feel well designed. In some cases you need to build unique builds to counter the enemies. Well, at least if you are playing on a higher difficulty, like I did. And yes, that's the main reason this took so long. Once you clear out 5 locations, you're rewarded with a trophy. The side quests in this game are also a huge improvement. They all have their own unique stories to tell, with some very interesting characters for sure. I just didn't enjoy the quest where you had to lure around some cats. Other than that specific side quest, I would say they are all good. Once you finish your first side quest, you get a trophy. Rebirth's open world is full of surprises. Eventually we will encounter tiny chocobos that are running around. You should follow them and they will lead you to a rest spot. These are called chocobo shops. You should unlock as many of these as you can, because even on hard mode you are able to restore your HP and MP here. Once you repair 3 of these shops, you get, you guessed, a trophy. Synergy skills are strong abilities that can turn the tide of battle. There are a lot of different combinations that you can do with your party members. My personal favorites are the ones that give you the 0 MP buff for a little duration of the battle. As you guessed, there is a trophy for this one too. The bosses in this game can be quite difficult if you come to them unprepared. This one was able to snag me up and wrap its tails around me. But no worries, once I got free, I was rewarded. So we are in chapter 4. We are here to assemble the whole squad that we need for a trophy. So let's see how this goes. I mean, obviously I did this once before. The recording messed up a bit. There was no sound, so that's fun. But yeah, I can always just do this after, you know, everything else is done. Yeah, I don't really remember where them all are, but yeah, that's what's editing for. The first group should be here. There isn't really any order you need to collect them in. The important part is that you just get them all. So yeah, and I'm going to skip these scenes. I mean, they are short, but the longer ones. So I think if we go up these stairs, there should be a bar here, where there are some more of these infertility units.
Can we help you? We're kind of in the middle of something.
Check the helmet.
Break time's over. Outside.
There should be another group inside here. You just explore all these buildings and you should be able to find them all. Who do I talk to? Oh, these guys.
Call me biased if you wish, but...
Captain! Sir, what formations do you...
Okay, so there should be another group inside here. At least I'm pretty sure. I think I saw them. No, that's not them. Doing this out of memory is a bit bad, but I will find them. Let's just go up. I'm pretty sure there are some upstairs. So there should be two groups in this building.
How exciting!
That's one of them.
But
there should be another group if we go higher.
I can't wait to see the mobile unit.
Yeah, there they are.
Not now, buddy.
I think we're already halfway done, so that's
Practice is
fine.
over.
Alright, there should be a group inside here, I think. I think we were already inside here.
thanks for stopping by.
Oh, yeah, they're upstairs. Alright, that's another group.
Perfect timing. I'm picking out a present for my girlfriend.
Okay, let's just check the rest of the buildings. Yep,
It's gonna be broadcast.
there's another group right next to that one.
Captain? Guys!
This is like a material shop or whatever, so you should be able to find this one easily. And they're outside marching, the ones that you already found, so... if that makes any difference for you. Alright, there is one here. I'm going to skip the whole scene, but once you go down there, you get another group. Yeah, we couldn't see the whole handshake because Aerith was standing in the way, but yeah, they did a cool thing. You just go down here and find another group. They joined, so there are only 2 more left. I think there should be a team right here. Yeah, I think I see them.
All right.
Yeah, they're taking pictures with this roof was cut out,
Taking the picture so I can
so
get in there?
they're easy to find.
Whenever you're ready, sir.
Yeah, we take a picture, sure. Oh, I think I found them. I see something here. So this is the last group. They're just inside this
But you know,
building right here.
the Masterworks Mako cannon? Oh, Let me
So,
guess.
yeah,
You're here for the
if
limited
you
model too?
got all of them, you get a trophy just for assembling them.
Please forgive me, sir.
Break time's over.
And there is one more
Outside.
for
Now.
doing well in the ceremony. I will show you how to set up your party for that. And after that, I'm just going to pop the 2 trophies. Okay, so this is the formation you need. As you see, all of the formations above are on the 3-star difficulty. This is what you want. And if you manage to do the ceremony really well, you will get another trophy for that. I hope this all makes sense. Back to the video. I hope you did as many Queen's Blood battles as you could until this point, because in this chapter there is a Queen's Blood tournament. I'm pretty sure you can still win even if you didn't partake in this minigame so much, because you are able to buy some pretty good cards in the shops that are here on the ship. You don't really need to worry about Queen's Blood too much anyway, it won't really get too hard until you get to the last few duels. Those have a huge difficulty spike. After winning this tournament, you get well rewarded, of course.
For your magnificent performance tonight, I present to you this sparkling trophy. Congratulations!
I got lucky with this one. I was able to find some treasure with the chocobos that was buried by rabbits. Yes, there are rabbits in this game and apparently they like to bury treasure. You'll need to find more of these later on. Beating the summons in this game is no joke. Well, I guess it depends when you are fighting them. You can make the whole thing easier by exploring the open world. I don't really think they are affected by reducing the difficulty since they are in Chadley's virtual world. Of course, eventually you will have to beat all of the challenges that are in here. But for now, we get a trophy for obtaining our first summon. The next 2 trophies I obtained when I was live streaming on my channel, so I hope you enjoyed the live reaction from those archived streams. If you have some time, you can check them out after watching this video, but bear in mind they are really long. I have a team? I didn't even know. Ooh! That's so cool. I love that. Aww. I need to take a screenshot of this. Alright. That's cool. Oh, we got a trophy!
You did it, Cloud!
We got what? There was a okay, it was worth it.
I know.
It was worth it. Oh wow.
Thanks.
There's a streak running bastard.
That's cool. I didn't expect that would have a trophy. Why is she crying? I would love to unlock that costume.
Go on.
Okay. Oh yeah, they are going to bow again. And we got a trophy for that. So, yay! That's for doing well in this Loveless act or whatever. We are done with the main story, so now we can explore the huge open world of Final Fantasy Rebirth. And I'm not going to lie, the game's soundtrack gave me shivers just when I was exploring the world and gathering all the intel. So this trophy was unlocked without much of an effort. One of the activities that you need to do is to collect all the proto-relics. These items will pretty much unlock the endgame, so make sure to collect them all. Eventually I did complete the first region. For each region it took me around 10 hours to complete each of its side activities, quests and whatever else there was to do. After the first one was done, I was of course rewarded with a trophy. There is one proto-relic you can get in every region of the game. Sometimes you have to play some minigames to get them, other times you just fight some strong enemies. Lucky for me, for this one you don't have to be perfect, as the video is demonstrating. In every city or village you are able to find a music sheet, and you will have to score an S rank on each of these music sheets for a trophy. This doesn't really take too long and it's not too hard to find the music sheets, so I'm not going to go too much into detail. You need to practice a little bit to get used to the controls, but after a while you should be able to grab this one as well.
And weave your enchanting melody for many years to come.
To get the proto-relics in the Gonganga region, you just need to finish the training missions that were designed for the Turks. These are not too hard, the combat-related proto-relics are not too hard to obtain. The next one on the list is Cosmo Canyon. This one has a tower defense minigame that has the rock paper scissors mechanic. Anyway, this minigame is pretty easy to complete, and after you do, you get your reward. You don't need to go out of your way to grind to level up, because you'll get this trophy anyway if you are going to attempt the platinum for this game anyway. After you reach the max level, which is 70, you get another trophy. Turns out the proto-relics are legendary armor. Specifically, the Genji armor that is normally wielded by Gilgamesh. During your quest to obtain all the proto-relics, you will encounter Gilgamesh and fight him. During your journey to obtain all of the proto-relics, it is easy to take down Gilgamesh because he is obviously going to be stronger once he obtains the Genji equipment for himself. After I defeated Gilgamesh in the Nibelheim region, I got another trophy. Oh yeah, and one more thing. I wanted to talk about this sooner, but you should also scan as many enemies as possible. It will be important to unlock all the enemy skills.
Please bring back all the Mooglets for me, Kupo.
In every region there is a Moogle shop to find. To unlock the Moogle shops you will be entered into this minigame where you have to gather them up in one of these areas that is fenced off. To be honest, these minigames are not too bad. I did struggle a bit, but if you do bad, you will get 4 chances instead of 3. So there isn't really any reason to not select that option after you get it. And with that extra life, if it's necessary, you'll be able to gather up these Moogles in no time. Once you did this in all of the Moogle shops, you'll be rewarded with a shiny trophy.
The Mooglets and I will continue our efforts to spread joy all over the world.
Alright, I think it's time that we finally talk about the hardest trophy in the game, which is the 7-star hotel. At this point I was done with most of the game, so I eventually finished Johnny's quest, which gave me 2 trophies. The 1-star hotel and the 3-star hotel. To put it simply, to unlock the 7-star hotel, you'll have to, I repeat, you'll have to get the higher score in every minigame. That does include the harder versions of every minigame, buy all of the figurines that are available either in the gold saucer or in the Moogle shops, and of course to finish the brutal challenges and the legendary challenges. For every minigame or activity that you do in the game, you get either a trophy or some other kind of collectible. These collectibles will be displayed in Johnny's hotel. You will need 88 of these collectibles to get the 7-star hotel. After you do all the Cactuar minigames in the Coral region, you are challenged by this goblin kid. He is not too strong, so you should be able to take him down without much effort. This is the final region I need to complete. This is the final relic I need to obtain. But I also need to add, you need to beat all the summons before you can start the endgame.
We have our own score to settle, don't we? Though these worlds be infinite, there is room in them for but one bladesman. And to prove it, I shall divest you of your weapon. Here and now, I will have that Buster Sword. No. Then I shall prize it from your cold dead hand.
We are not technically at the end game just yet. Gilgamesh serves as a gatekeeper before we can enter. And man, I'm so happy he is here, with an amazing soundtrack that is at this point going to be my favorite OST. If you're wondering which one it was before this, it was Rivers from the Desert from Persona 5 or Persona 5 Royal. This battle is not too difficult. Getting here is definitely harder than this battle itself, because you have to beat all of the summons that are teaming up in unique formations against you. Gilgamesh is no pushover, he has a lot of health. If you have a proper build, you can take him down pretty easily. I for myself didn't use a guide until, well, much later, so this fight took me a while, but it wasn't too bad. Eventually everyone falls, no matter how great of a swordsman they are. And with that, we obtain another trophy.
This one's for you! Get him!
You're dead.
Impressive.
Had enough?
This is one of the last easy trophies that we can obtain. We get it for purchasing every materia from Chadley's shop. Ultimate Party Animal is the final quest of the game. In this quest you need to beat the Shinra manager in a bunch of different Gold Saucer minigames, from which, in my opinion, the second hardest is the Battle Arena. But luckily you can cheese this one by changing the difficulty to easy if you are struggling. The hardest minigame where you need to beat him is the boxing minigame. And for this one we are pulling out our oldest trick in the book, pause buffering. Yes, this one is quite challenging, but with a little bit of memorization and pause buffering it can be done. It takes a bit of practice, but with the same strategy we can beat the virtual boxing version of Sephiroth 2. That gives us another one. Slowly but surely we are getting closer to that 7-star trophy. Every minigame, every collectible, everything we do is getting us closer to that goal. This is the Musclehead Colosseum. It's not too difficult, but you do get a trophy for clearing out its challenges. There are still a lot of minigames I need to do and other kinds of collectibles I need to get for that one special trophy. So, I hope you're ready for this. So let's go for one last final grind to get everything else that I need. I have come this far, I'm not stopping now to get the victory that I crave somehow. Climbing highest mountains, swimming in the deep, slaying all the monsters with the loot I keep. I got to grind now. Even if it takes my soul, even if it breaks my will, I'll overcome everything with my gaming skill. I'm staying till autumn, I'm getting that platinum, even if it takes all night. Oh, I got to grind. Even if it consumes my life, I'm not stopping here. I'll do the impossible, my quest is clear. I'm staying till autumn, I get that platinum. I'm staying up all night. Oh, I got to grind. I mean, what kind of VTuber would I be if I didn't know how to sing, right? I'm not going to pop the 7-star trophy just yet, because there are a few more things I need to talk about. But yeah, as you saw, I did do the grind. As I said, the weapons are not hard to find. They are just a little bit off the main road in some purple chests. So if you're going for the platinum, you'll find these anyway. Once you learn the weapon skills and you have enough points, you should unlock all of these purple and orange skills that are on the skill tree. That should pop this trophy. The way to staggering success is of course to use Tifa. Once you stagger Kujata, you'll be able to spam True Strike with Tifa all you want. And with this simple trick, you'll be able to push up this percentage gauge without breaking a sweat. Can you believe it that we made it this far? This is the final brutal challenge we need to do. The stronger versions of each summon that are paired up in groups again. Kujata and Phoenix, Bahamut and Titan, Odin with Alexander. You fight a stronger version of Gilgamesh that can turn you into a frog. And lastly, a stronger version of Sephiroth that has a unique status effect that can bind you, and there isn't really anything you can do about it if he decides to do that. All of these bosses have massive health pools. It's insane how much damage they can tank and dish out. I tried to use my own strategy just to spam Cloud's level 3 overdrive, but that obviously didn't work. They simply had way too much health for that strategy to work. So I tried something else next. For this one I did have to use a guide to figure out what the heck you are supposed to do to win this battle. So the strategy I tried to make work is the dropkick strategy with Tifa. It's a very effective strategy. Tifa can do absurd amount of damage if you buff her up with the different buffs that the game has. Bravery, Berserk, and you can also use haste to make her ATB gauge go up faster. The problem with this one was that I eventually ran out of MP. During Gilgamesh's fight, I wasn't able to continue anymore, so no, this didn't work, sadly. So how did I do it? Well, if you had Rebirth content in your YouTube feed, I'm sure you've seen this strategy too, and it's absolutely nuts. The infinite ATB exploit. Yes, to set this up, you need to have Yuffie and Aerith in your party. You cast ATB wand on Yuffie, and with Yuffie you just spam brutal form while you are in this ATB wand buff. What this does pretty much is that the rest of your party is getting ATB. You equip the Speed Demon accessory on Yuffie, so she gains ATB whenever she's using a weapon skill. And as long as you have the haste buff on Yuffie, she won't run out of ATB ever. So now the whole party has infinite ATB. You equip Barret with Prayer, you use Lifesaver. What this does is that we have infinite health too. So as long as Barret is not dying, the rest of the party is safe. If at any point your HP gets low, just cast Prayer with Barret. You will need to level up Prayer to the max, so you heal as much as possible. You equip Asuna so you can cast Resist on your whole party so you don't get turned into frogs when you're fighting Gilgamesh, and you're going to use Wall or Protect to protect yourself from Sephiroth's brutal attack when he binds your whole party. Takes a bit of time to set everything up and get used to this strategy, but no worries, you will eventually succeed. And last but not least, with Aerith we make a strong magic build. She's equipped with the Genji gloves, so she can break the damage limit and do absurd amount of damage to every boss that we encounter. And make sure that Aerith has MP absorb on her magic spell too. So whenever she is casting magic, she is regaining MP. Like this, you're not going to run out of MP anytime soon. So we have infinite health, MP and infinite ATB. That's the gist of this strategy. I know it is a bit cheesy, but you know, if it works, then it works. You can move on to the legendary challenges now that you have the Gottendämmerung unlocked. I'm not going to go too much depth into those, you just have to have the right materia equipped, so the enemies can't do any damage to you if they're casting any magic. They require a bit of practice, with Klaus' challenge being the hardest. The rest of the characters are pretty manageable, but there is one. Bonds of Friendship that we are going to talk about. This one challenge took up one of my whole weekends. I don't know if I'm just that bad at the game or if it's really that difficult. This is the main reason the game is rated an 8 out of 10. All of the minigames so far, all of the other challenges had some cheese. But for this, it's not enough to have the best build, but you also need to get good. You need to fight the summons again. Luckily, they are not together. Zack is helping out, so that's something, I guess. He's not too powerful, not going to do a whole lot, but he can buff up Cloud with haste, bravery and wall. He can also heal if that's necessary. Also, if you're lucky enough, you'll be able to use Zack's limit break Also, their synergy skill is pretty powerful, even if only Zack is getting the 0 MP buff. So we build a similar magic build that we used with Aerith before, only this time we're going to use HP Absorb. The enemies here don't have any resistance against the wind, so that's the reason we are sticking to Iroga magic. The last stage this time has Odin, with his unique moveset, and yes, he still has his mechanic where if he hits you too much, he just uses Sandetsuken and instantly ends the battle. He has an attack where he splits the whole area into 2 different spaces. I didn't know right away, but you can in fact just run out of that area if you're stuck in there and you get hit for no reason. Odin is really tough. You cannot get hit. As I said, if you get hit too much, he just uses Dantetsuken, the match is over and you have to do the whole stages again. And this challenge has the strongest bosses with their huge health pools and damage dealing capabilities. So what would I compare this to? Well, imagine beating all of the Dark Souls DLC bosses without using any healing items. Yes, you can't use items, that's the whole gimmick of hard mode. Items are very powerful and that's how Square usually balances hard mode out in the Final Fantasy VII remakes. But after a while I was able to beat Odin. He has fallen. And with that, there's only one more challenge that remains, which is pretty much the same, but this time you're paired up with Sephiroth. And Sephiroth is a lot stronger, so this one is not going to be that bad. We used the same build, we learned all the boss's weaknesses and movesets. There are some unique bosses in here, but they are not as strong as in Bones of Friendship. So if you did Bones of Friendship, you can do this one as well. With the Genji equipment, of course, our strong magic build, we can easily break the damage cap and kick these bosses' asses. We do have to fight Odin one more time, but after he falls, we get the trophy for clearing out all of Chadley's challenges. The second hardest trophy has been obtained, and with that, we only have 2 more trophies that we need to grab. Now that we cleared out all the mini games on their easier and harder difficulties, we did all Chadley's challenges, we just walked to Johnny's hotel and we obtained the 7-star trophy, which is the only gold trophy in the game.
Let's end this. Together.
I must admit, I underestimated you.
Eventually, every journey comes to its end, with only one more thing left to do, which was to beat the game on the hard difficulty. After clearing out every chapter and beating one of the craziest final bosses that the Final Fantasy franchise has to offer, I was able to do it. On June 5th this year, I was able to beat this game and claim the Platinum Trophy, which took about 260 hours for me. I don't really mind it, but I enjoyed pretty much the whole journey. It did have its difficult moments, yes. It did have its grindy moments, yes. But you know, I don't really mind it. I, as I said, like these kind of games. And, you know, I am going to miss playing Final Fantasy Rebirth because it's been just part of my daily routine for so much, but I don't think anyone will be able to relate to that. But at this point, we are done with the video. This has been definitely the most difficult and relentless platinum journey I have embarked on. But if you like this content, make sure to leave a like and comment, and check out my other platinum journeys. With that said, this video is done, and I will see you all hopefully very soon.